Have you ever noticed that some people have uneven hips? They've got one hip that's higher than the other. In this video, we're going to talk about why that happens, some of the movement limitations that could be caused by that, and some exercises we can start to use in order to restore that position. Hi, I'm Alex Effer, founder of Resilient Training and Rehab, and I've helped thousands of coaches and clinicians get faster and more consistent results with their clients. Let's get into it. So before we go into what addresses it, let's talk about some of the biomechanical issues that cause it. So before we go into talking about how to address it, let's talk about why this happens as well as some of the limitations that happen. So when we have somebody who has a pelvic tilt, let's say it happens on the right side, we're going to commonly see somebody who also has a dropped shoulder on that side. You're going to see the rib cage side bend. So you're going to see somebody with one arm that's longer than the other. And with this hip hike, this is going to also be contributed to some type of limitation in the hip. A lot of times people will say that it's going to be QL muscles or muscles around the hip that cause this, but those are reactionary. That happens because of the joint position. So when this happens, I don't have the ability to internally rotate the hip. So when somebody has a hip hike, they don't have the ability to internally rotate. So how I want you to think about this is pretend I'm standing on the left side of your body and I am pushing you over towards the right. Now, in order for you to push me back, you're going to have to put your foot down, internally rotate in order to shove me back. But if you can't do that, you're going to find somewhere else to do that. And you're going to do that by side bending the rib cage, rounding the shoulder, pushing your head forward, arching your back. All of these are strategies to shift your weight towards the front of your feet in order to push me back. And so now when we have this understanding of why this happens, we can now start to go deeper into the layers of, okay, what kind of muscles would be involved with this? What kind of joint positions will be involved in this? And then we can start reverse engineering what exercises can be impacted or what exercise we can use in order to address this. So let's talk a little bit about the compensations. I already mentioned limitation in hip internal rotation. We're also going to have a limitation in hip extension on this side. Now, because I'm being pushed over towards the right, I'm going to have a pelvis that is going to be turned towards the right. And so because I have this, I'm going to have better hip flexion. But in order to face straight ahead, as you can see, the whole body's facing towards the right, the rib cage is now going to have to turn back towards the left. So this is why you see that right shoulder come forward. And in this case, you'll see a left shoulder that's higher than the right. So you'll have this uneven hip where the right side's higher, and then to counterbalance, you'll have an uneven shoulder where the left shoulder is higher than the right. And so you've got this rotation happening at the rib cage as well. So when we address this uneven hip, we also have to address what's happening above. One of the exercises I really like to use is this bridge variation with the press. And the reason why I like this is because in order to counteract the hip hike, I need to be able to push my body back towards the left. And so what I can do is lay on my back. I can just passively, very gently, I'm not really pulling this left knee, I'm just letting it hang out there. And I can then introduce a press. Now, by having this foot position, by having the knee bent like this, my hips are going to turn towards this left side. So now by hugging this and gently pressing into the ground with the right foot, I'll feel the back of my thigh start to kick on my hamstrings. And that is going to allow me to turn my hips towards the left. Now, what you may feel as you push your right foot down is you feel heavier on this left hip. I don't want you to try to create that by rolling. I just want you to think you're pushing your right foot down and you feel you get yourself get heavier on the left. Now, by hugging this left knee, again, not pulling it, but just holding it, I'm also going to open up the back part of the left hip. And again, if my hips are turning to the right, then the back of my hip is going to be very stiff on that left side. So now I've got this pelvic position. Now by adding this extra press, it's going to help with that rotation of the hips towards the left. And so I can just get them to breathe in at the top, breathe out as they move. And then exhale as they move is just going to reinforce that push off of the right side as we turn towards the left in order to address that right hip hike and the limitation in the right hip. So now we're going to progress to something standing. So we're going to do a lateral lunge to cross connect. So in order to set up for this position, we're going to have our feet outside of shoulder width apart. I don't want it too wide because then when you go over, you're just going to hyperextend this knee. I want to make sure the knees can stay nice and bent. Why this is good is because it's reinforcing that push off of the right side. So I get this length through the hip because you're going to see that the right hip is hiking up. And so if I get this length to the right hip, then I'm going to be able to decompress this right side. And then by pushing off and turning the rib cage, I'm going to also start to open up the back side of this left hip. So as I'm rotating and holding this position, I'm constantly thinking about pushing off this right side, keeping the right knee unlocked as I turn, and I'm just going to hold. Take a big breath in. As I breathe out, pushing a little bit more. You should feel the inside of your quad working, your glute working, and as you breathe in, probably a little bit of stretching of that left side. So you can hold it for 30 seconds, or you can make it dynamic where you go over towards the side, you hold for the breath in. As you breathe out, you come back towards the middle. But the key is you're always staying loaded on that side. So in this video, we talked about uneven hips, why they happen, and what to do about it. And this may not apply for every single person, but it's great to understand some of the principles behind why this happens. If you like this video, don't forget to like, save, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.